how can you maximize your profits using Binance Launchpad? That is what we're going to look at in this video. And we're also going to look at how you can earn passive income by staking on Binance. So if you're interested in these two topics, then you should stay tuned and watch this video. Before I start the video, I just want to remind you that you can use the referral link down in the description, and then you will get 10% discount on your trading fees when you sign up to Binance and get a Binance account. Here we are on Binance. If you want to go in and see where you can stake your tokens, then you have to go here and click earn. You can also enter the staking side in another way, but this is one way you can do it. And you can see here with the token rune, there's not an option that's called earn, and that's because you can't earn anything with the rune, but you can earn something with the Binance coin. So if you click here, see then there's some options coming up, and what we're going to look at today is the locked staking. And here we are at the locked staking side. The way you read the numbers is that this number means the percentage you would be getting if you had staked this coin. I don't know this one, but it's called DEXI, I guess. Then you would get 46.20% a year if you have staked DEXI like for a year. As you can see here, it says estimated. So it's only an estimated percentage, and that's probably because if you see here, you can stake it for 15 days and 30 days, 60 days and 90 days. And the reason why it says different periods is because it's locked in this period. So if you stake DEXI for 15 days, then your DEXI coins or tokens are locked for that period. You can't unlock them, you can't redeem them, you can't get them out and sell them during that period. And that's something you have to think about when you're using Binance lock staking, that if there will be a big spike in volume in price for DEXI and you have them locked here in Binance staking, then you can't get them out and sell them. And that could be quite bad for you if you really wanted to sell them during a price spike. If you are a long-time hodler of DEXI, then it doesn't matter so much. And in the third column, you can see it's called minimum locked amount. That is of course like the minimum locked amount. And that means like here it says 5 DEXI. So you need to lock at least 5 DEXI in order to be able to stake on Binance. So it sucks if you only have 4 DEXI and you really would like to stake your DEXI and get these 46.2%, because then you can't, then you need to buy one more DEXI in order to be able to stake on Binance. And here in the third column, of course, you can see which coins you can stake. And here's 5 different coins shown. But if you click here, then you can see all 67 coins that you are able to stake in this locked staking procedure on Binance. What you of course have to consider that when you lock your coins is what I already told you, that if you lock your coins, you cannot sell them. So for instance, if you're only getting 5.12% per annum by staking agency, then you have to consider, is it really worth it for me to stake them for 90 days, for instance? Because you risk, the longer you stake your coins in this lock staking, that there will be some kind of a price development of the coin where you would like to sell your coins, or some of your coins, maybe not all of them, because because they're certainly worth a lot and you're afraid they will fall again, the price of the coin will fall again. Then you don't have the opportunity to do that if you have them staked in this lock staking. There are also flexible staking on Binance, where the percentage, the API is of course a lot lower most of the time. And there you can redeem them right away, and then you can sell them if there's a price spike. But that opportunity, you don't have that opportunity if you lock them. So you have to consider, is this percentage worth the risk that you suddenly have your token staked and you unlocked, but you actually want to sell them. So that is what you have to consider. Of course, if you could get 40.6, 20%, and you can stake them for 15 days for this APY, maybe that could be interesting. The chance that there will be like an enormous price spike, again, during these 15 days is maybe not that big, and 40.6, 20% is quite a nice APY. Yeah, then it maybe makes sense for you. But if you have to lock your tokens, if like let's say that 30 days and 60 days is sold out, and you have to lock your HNT tokens for 90 days, you will only get 5.12%. Yeah, in my opinion, it probably wouldn't be worth it. If I could do it for 30 days, and I think that the market is in a place where I can't imagine selling my HNT tokens, yeah, then it's a good idea. But that is the thoughts you have to go through. That's the thought process you have to go through when you consider staking your tokens. And what I want to dwell at here is, of course, the Binance tokens, that you can actually get 10.26% APY when you stake your Binance tokens. And that can be a good idea for some people. If you don't want to participate in the launch pool or the Launchpad, and you don't intend to sell your Binance coins, or at least you don't want to sell all of your Binance coins in the near future, then it could be a good idea maybe to stake your coins for 30, 60 or 90 days and get these 10.26%. It's difficult to get that higher percentage APY on your Binance coins without going to some kind of DeFi platform where the risk is probably a little bit higher than staking here on Binance. So yeah, then it could be a good idea. The problem with doing it, by staking 30 days or 60 days or 90 days to this percentage, is that you cannot use them for the Binance Launchpad or the Binance Launch Pool, because you're using them for this purpose, for the lock staking. You're already getting some percentages, so you can't get them out, your Binance coins out, and then use them for the Launchpad and the Launch Pool. And 10.26% is a really low interest rate on your Binance coins, compared to how much you can get if you use the Launchpads or if you use the Launch Pool. If you've used the Launch Pool and the Launchpad, I know it's not the same. It's not like the same result you get every time. Sometimes you get a big profit. Sometimes you get medium profits by using the Launchpad and the Launch Pool, depending on the project and when you sell your coins, and depending on how many Binance tokens you stake in the Launch Pool or in the Launchpad. But it will probably always be higher than 10.26% per annum. So if you like to earn some US dollars or Binance coins by using the Launchpad or the Launch Pool, well, then this is not for you. But on the other hand, if you do not like to use the Launchpad or the Launch Pool, this is actually a really nice percentage. So it depends a lot on if you like the Launchpad or the Launch Pool. Now we are on Binance Exchange, and we're looking at the chart for the trading pair Barcelona tokens to Binance USD. So the price of the Barcelona tokens, what they're traded in US dollars. And the candles that you see on the chart are 1 hour candles. That means that each candle represents 1 hour of trading. From the price development of the tokens, we can see that in the first hour of trading, when the IDO tokens were released on the exchange where you could trade tokens, then we can see that the price went up to almost $80 US. And then when the trading of the first hour stopped, then the price was $52 US. In the second hour of trading, the price actually went up again, and it went up to what must be $68 US before it went down to a little bit below $52 US, but it ended the trading at approximately $59 US. In the third hour of trading, then the price went up again at some point, At one point it was up above 60, approximately $62, but it ended the trading at 58 US dollars, so below the start of the trading of the third hour. And from there the price gradually declined. So from this we can see that if you use the strategy that we have talked about earlier, like many months ago, but that you should try to sell all your tokens in the first hour of trading and as quickly as possible, because the price will only drop from that point. That is probably true if you can sell all your tokens at the top, at the peak of this long wick, as it's called. But if you don't manage to sell your tokens there, and that can be really difficult, because this wick sort of most of the time only exists in few seconds or less than a second. Sometimes it's really short period where you have these prices. Then most of the time maybe you end up, if you sell all your tokens, to sell your tokens somewhere down here probably. And then you can see, then it would not be a good idea to sell all your tokens. So like the advice that I'm not giving you any particular advice, but what I would do when I see a candle like this, then I would try to if I don't manage to sell the tokens on this spike, then I will probably only sell some of my tokens when I'm here, because of course, if I knew that the next candlestick would be like this, then I would not sell any tokens, then I would just sell them here, of course. But you don't know when you are here and 1 hour of trading hasn't passed and the price suddenly seems to stabilize around this point, just below 52 US dollars. But at that time, I will only sell a certain amount of tokens. Then, of course, the question is how many percent of your tokens would you sell here? Good question. The easy way would be to sell 50% and then see how the price development will be later. That could be a good way to do it, but that's, of course, then it gets a little bit tricky. But like an easy way could be to sell 50% if you think because you're not sure the price will go up, then sell 50%. And then later here in the second hour of trading, if the price suddenly spikes again, then sell more of your tokens. When we look at this chart, I know, of course, that not all charts of these launchpads will be exactly the same. So it's not like this is an exact sign, so that the next time there will be a launchpad, then it can be totally different. Then the price can go down from the second candle and just stay down. And then if you take this advice only to sell 50%, then it would have been better if you sold 100%, of course. But most of the time there is a pattern in these the price development of the launchpads in certain periods, so that's why it's good to try to analyze the latest IDOs on Binance to get an idea how do you think the price development will be. Of course, it's only guessing, so it's like qualified guessing. But in my opinion, it's better than just doing some random thing. Then look at the latest IDOs, and then based on the latest IDOs, then make a strategy. Maybe you're unlucky that the price patterns will be totally different suddenly, but most of the time they are the same. So that's definitely what I would do. Like read these the latest IDOs. What I have to say about the Barcelona IDO is that maybe it's not the best one to look at. I know we're looking at it right now, but look at the C98 coin. That was the latest IDO. We're going to do that after this one, because this was in April, and then there was a big gap between the IDOs. I think it was because I'm quite sure actually it's because there was the drop in the market of the price in mid-May. And then Binance didn't want to, and the projects didn't want to launch the IDOs on Binance, because then the prices will probably not be that good. So they waited until the market was more optimistic, and now it's optimistic again. And then the latest IDO Coin 98 is it called, launched their IDO. So we're going to look at that after this one, and then we see if the pattern is a little bit the same, and then based on that one you can also get an idea what your strategy should be in order to maximize your profits in these Launchpads IDOs on Binance. As promised, I'm showing you the chart of the trading pair C98 Binance US dollars, which is the results of the latest IDO on Binance Launchpad. And first I want to look at the trading history, and it's again, of course, not to confuse you, it's of course the 1 hour candles we're looking at, just as we did with the Barcelona IDO. And in the first hour of trading, we can see that the price spiked up to something around almost $1.5 US. Then the price, when the first hour of trading stopped, the price was a little bit, it was almost $1. Then in the second hour of trading, it seemed like the price stabilized around this $1, but actually when the second hour of trading stopped, then the price was only 80 cents. Then the price went sideways and slightly down before it actually spiked again many hours later. So this is as you can see, yes, it's of course a different trading pattern, and the price development was different from the Barcelona token. But what you can see, what is in common, is that the price actually goes up and above the first hour of trading, and this is again, just like in the Barcelona IDO, different from how the price reacted during the bear market, because during the bear market, when there was an IDO, then the price, you always got the highest price in the first hour of trading. So this peak was always the highest. Then you had to wait maybe years before you could get a higher price. So that's always made sense to sell all your tokens as quickly as possible to try to get the highest price here on the first hour of trading. But this is not the case anymore. Now when we are in a bull market, then the prices actually of these IDOs goes up and above the first hour of trading. The trading patterns are different from the Barcelona and C98 in the way that the Barcelona price went up in the second hour of trading, but then actually fell down and has never recovered at this time, because the price of the Barcelona tokens are a little bit more than $27 US at the time of the recording, and as you remember, the peak was around almost $80 US. So, but that is different with the C98 token, because actually the price went up after above like the first and the second hour of trading, and got all the way up to $2.2 US. At the time of the recording again, then the price also fell. So now the price is around $1 US. So it actually fell down to the close of the 1 hour candle. But if you have to make a strategy based on this IDO, which I again think is the best way to make a strategy, but of course it will always only be a qualified guess, especially now when the patterns are not so similar to each other like they were in the bear market, where it was like almost certain that you had to sell here. Then I would say, again, because it's a little bit uncertain how the prices will develop, I would sell half the tokens I get. I will try to sell them at as here on the first hour candle, maybe less than 50%, because it seems like in both cases that the prices goes up. Like in the last two IDOs, the prices go up and above the close of the first hour of trading. So my opinion would be sell maybe 30 40% of the tokens here to try to be sure to get a decent price, and then wait to see how the price development is, and when the price goes up, then sell gradually. And there's also, of course, only if you don't think that you want to keep the tokens. You could think maybe that C98 will be the new Elrond, the new Matic, or something like that. And in that way, it could be good maybe also to keep some of the tokens. So there is no clear strategy, unfortunately, longer when it comes to these IDOs. That must be the conclusion. But the conclusion would also be that it seems like the price most of the times, based on the last two IDOs, goes above the close of the first hour of trading. And when we see this coin, then it actually went above the peak of the first hour of trading. So a good advice based on these IDOs would be to not sell all your tokens in the first hour of trading, which were the advice before. But now it's actually to keep some of your tokens and try to see the price development, and try to offload some of your tokens on this when it goes up here. What is not a good idea still is to keep all your tokens and then wait for them to go even higher from here. Is because it actually dropped quite dramatically the price of these tokens afterwards. And this coin, there was talked a lot about it on YouTube and different places, and a lot of newbies they bought a lot of these coins here, and I've seen Twitter posts where people think have asked for help, what should they do, because now the price is here, and they bought a lot of the C98 tokens here, which is of course unfortunately, but most of the time it's not a good idea to buy in something that goes up quite quickly. I wouldn't say it goes parabolic up, but almost, because it went here from $1 to more than $2. That's more than 100% in a few hours. So that's most of the time it's not a good idea. If you do that, then you have to know that it's a gamble. Could pay off, because sometimes of course the price goes even higher, but it's a gamble when you buy something that has gone up that much in that short of a time span. The conclusion, to say something simple, is don't sell all your tokens in the first hour candle, which was what was the old advice in the bear market. But keep some of your token, offload some of them maybe, because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe the old pattern will return, where the price just goes down after the first hour of trading. But keep most of them and try to offload them when the price goes up. That would be the advice for these launchpads if you want to optimize your profits when you're flipping these launchpads tokens. We have reached the end of this video, but before I go, I would like to hear your opinion, your strategy. How do you sell your IEO tokens on Binance Launchpad? Do you keep them? Do you sell them in the first hour of trading? Or do you sell a little amount and then offload them when the price goes up later, which has been the pattern in the latest IEOs? Or do you have like a fourth way that you approach these IEOs strategy? Then tell me down in the comments section. Let me know what your strategy is, and I will try to give you some feedback. Not that my feedback necessarily is the best, but I'll just give you my opinion. Maybe I can learn something from you guys, the way you approach these IEOs. That's all for this video. Remember, as I said in the beginning, if you are new to Binance, you don't have an account, you can use the link in the description. There's a sign-up link, and you will actually get 10% discount on all your trading fees if you use that link. So consider that. You consider using the link if you don't have a Binance account. The link is down in this description. That's all for this time. So long.